So we're going to talk about the malignant narcissist,
Yes.
the covert narcissist,
Yes.
and the communal narcissist.
Right.
So let's break.
And there are many others, but these three are pretty top.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a long list, and we might have to make that another episode.
But it's important to know that it's important to know what you're looking at and what you're hearing, what you're dealing with.
Right. So let's build our way up. We'll start with the covert narcissist.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites because they are really hard to detect. They are so subtle in their behavior, but it's always all about them. And one thing that I want to highlight, right, RiRi, that we didn't mention. You might hear a lot of folks talking about this whole notion of they're majorly insecure, and they, as you notice, we didn't list none of that. What we just listed mention insecurity because it's not about. They're not insecure.
No.
These folk really are not insecure. They may be delusional,
right?
But they're not insecure. That is not what they're feeling or experiencing at the moment.
Arrogant as a mug.
So covert narcissists are really absorbed with self-importance. That's their key thing. But the two things that are very critical when you are dealing with someone, they're always going to make it about themselves. They're always going to do this, but they're going to be extremely hypersensitive and extremely what?
What would they be?
Defensive as heck.
Now what do you mean when you say hypersensitive?
Anything you say to them, they get really, why you say that about me?
Okay,
That's not what I meant. And why are you always judging things like that? And why you think it's always defending. Stop hating on me. I don't believe this. I never believe, I didn't do this to you. That's just in your head. That's not what I said. Very sensitive. Like you can't express yourself. If you find yourself in a situation where it's tough to have a conversation with your partner, and they're just, everything you say, they turn around. Everything you say, they react to. So you just feel like you need to go on mute. You get tired. You go, forget it. I can't be bothered because that's not what I meant. If you find yourself saying, that's not what I meant, that is because they are highly sensitive and they are extremely defensive.
And so that's where the gaslighting can come in.
Absolutely.
So the covert narcissist will do that as well, the gaslighting.
And that's why it's covert, because you don't realize that you're dealing with someone with narcissistic traits, staunch narcissistic traits.